Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Katie's been yarnified. I am Katie and I have without a doubt been yarnified. So, hello. I have some show and tell today. I have two yarns to show you that I spun. One, if you've watched any of my videos, you've seen on the bobbin. It's a yarn for Jessica SMC here on YouTube. She is also from the St. Louis area, and we went to the Fiber Festival, and she had picked out some fiber for me to spin for her, and that's finally done. She has been so patient. And then I have the winner from my first giveaway, my 100 subscriber giveaway, Judy Hawk. I have the yarn that I spun for her to show you. And then I have an item that I crocheted to show you, and a early birthday gift from a dear friend. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and then I can show you what's on my bobbin right now too. So let's get into it. I want to sit in front of the window so that isn't distracting, but if I forget, I hope it's not too bad. So let's start with my yarn. Jessica's yarn is this beautiful. It is merino, 70%, sorry, I was just swiping a notification, 70% merino and 30% Firestar, which is the sparkly. So you guys won't have to look at this anymore because I'm finally finished with it. I'm gonna just, oops, something fell. I'm gonna do the black light thing so you guys can see. It's kind of hard during the day, but you get the idea. Really cool. So when I first started spinning this, I started spinning it just as it was, from like tip to tip, and the black in it was kind of taking over everything. Like it just was kind of enveloping the other colors, and they would peek through a little bit, but it was, I was thinking, I'm like, I have a feeling that Jessica wanted the colors to show through a little bit more. So I ended up spinning this one from the fold, which that's not the only reason it took me a while to finish it, but it is part of it. It just, because at least for me, when I spin from the fold, I'm taking a little section of fiber, and here, like this, I just take a small section and fold it over my fingers and pulling from here, so that way it grabs each individual color, so that you get more of the color. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's actually a lot softer than I thought it was going to be, the Firestar, because there's so much of it was feeling a little gritty. It's still not like the softest if it was just the merino, but it's quite a bit softer than I thought it was going to be. And Jessica, I really hope that you enjoy this and are able to you know, add it into a project as like a cool accent, or make something cool from it. I think you could probably find a hat pattern that you could make with this. And then Judy's yarn. This is so soft. It really is. It's a 19.5 micron, I believe. It might even be lower than that. I can't remember. But it is a merino wool. It's a superwash, actually. I had started spinning a superwash merino a while back, and I was like, what is going on with this? Like, it just was super springy and slippery, and I just was not enjoying it at all. And I was like, just quit in the middle of it. I was like, yeah, not a fan. And then I had grabbed this to spin, well, because when Judy emailed me and she said, oh, you can go ahead and choose for me what you spin, what colors and stuff. But I asked her and she said fall colors. So I knew right away I wanted to pick this fiber that I had. And I'd forgotten it was superwash, and then all of a sudden I was like, what am I doing differently? I don't know if I have the speed up higher on my wheel now when I spin than I did before, but it was lovely to spin. And I actually, when I was done, I just grabbed another superwash merino fiber that I had and to spin it, because I wanted to test to see, is it just this one that was fine, or I don't know, but the other one was going well too. So I'm kind of excited about that, because I'm not sure. I have no idea if I'm doing something different, if it's the speed, but I'm pumped because, it's nice to be able to have some superwash merino once in a while. So Judy, I really hope that you are happy with this. Now I have to say, oh my gosh, there was a disaster with this yarn. I was almost in tears. I almost was gonna spin something else. So I had finished spinning it and put it on the nitty knotty, hanged it up, and it was fine. It was perfectly fine, tied it, did everything. And then I was like, oh yeah, I've got to soak it. So I soaked it. And when I took it out of the soak, I don't know what happened in between when I put it in the water to soak and taking it out. But when I went to thwack it, some of the strands got kind of mixed up with each other and I couldn't figure out what was going on. So I had my boyfriend Aaron hold it for me, kind of hold it in his hands, and so I could try to figure out what the problem was, and I couldn't figure it out. So I snipped a couple of the ties, was looking and looking, still couldn't figure it out. So I was like, all right, as long as you're holding it. I snipped the other ties, and 3 hours later I finally got the mess that it turned into untangled. And actually, I ended up having to break it in one point. So that was super frustrating that I had to end up knotting it. So Judy, if you're watching this, I will let you know this in the note that I write when I send it. There is a spot where it is knotted. I did do it one of the magic knots, so you should be able to just work right around it. It's small. Hopefully it won't cause any issues, but oh my gosh, it was horrible. And it was wet. So it was, when you wet it, that kind of brings the twist back to life. So a lot of it wasn't even knotted as much as it was just kind of kinked up on itself. It was a disaster. Started at one end, went to the other end, just knots. And I was just so worried that it was gonna look super worn and frayed from I was so frustrated. I was like, if I lose this yarn, I've lost one yarn already due to something very similar. And that's a lot of time and work to just lose it. So I am so glad that I was able to salvage this. And if I wasn't happy with it, I would spin you something else, Judy. I really think it's still very beautiful, and I think it's very soft and squishy, and I hope that you're able to enjoy it. So anyway, I just had to tell you about the disaster, because holy moly, 3 hours of untangling that mess. I was so ticked off. That's an understatement. I was like, I was ready to quit yarn altogether. Okay, let me show you my mittens I crocheted. Ah, these are so cute. It's with Karen Latte cakes, which I feel like everybody knows, has been using them. It's their favorite, whatever. I know that Crystal from Crystal's Yarny Chicken Crazy, Crystal the Yarny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady, was telling me, I think I was asking her about it, and she said it's one of her favorite yarns, and anytime I saw pictures of it, I thought it looked scratchy. Oh no, it is not scratchy. It is so soft. I finally got myself some Karen Latte cakes, and I knew that I had to have a pair of mittens with them. Actually, this is the first time that I've ever made something where made the pattern that was on the label of yarn. That's what pattern this is. And I just, oh my God, I love them so much. Is it winter yet? I'm such a winter girl. I really am. Give me the cold. Let me bundle up in a hoodie and a blanket and be cozy. This heat, not a fan. But yeah, so I am super pumped about these. And this is the cake that I used, and I think I could make probably 2 more pairs. Maybe 2 is pushing it, but maybe not. I don't think it even used half of the cake for those mittens. So, it's awesome. I love this stuff. And here is, those are the mittens. But yeah, I wanted to work it up right away. I was so excited. So anyway, okay, so the yarns, the mittens. Okay, now, so Antoinette was saying, she and I have been friends for quite a while now. She ended up at an auction, bid on a mystery box of yarn that I had donated and won, and ever since then, we just never stopped talking after that. And so she put together, my birthday actually is not until the end of August, but she sent me my birthday gift early, and I just want to show you, she made this pillow for me, and it is just my favorite thing. Look at this kitty pillow. Oh my God, you guys, I just adore it so much. I'd wanted her to make me a pillow for quite some time. And we had like other ideas, but this just is so perfect. And well, I did mention that I had recently put my Gracie kitty to sleep. I went from 3 kitties to 1 kitty in a very short period of time. They were siblings, 19 years old. I had to put Gracie down, and then less than 2 months later, I just recently had to put my Speedy to sleep, and she knew I needed some kitty snuggles, and so she made me this lovely pillow. And one of the things that is so cool about it is, so we just love talking yarn together. We love it. We enjoy crocheting different things. We crochet differently, but we have a lot of the same likes and dislikes when it comes to yarn. And so we're always talking with each other about what projects we're working on and different yarns and stuff. And as I was looking at the pillow, I started realizing, I'm like, oh my God, she went through this phase of loving comfy cotton. And I remember all the projects that she made using comfy cotton. I was like, oh my God, there's the comfy cotton. Because she was like, I made it with all scrap yarn. And I just started recognizing a lot of the yarn. Some of it, like this under this gray kitty, the kind of pink and multicolor, that was a yarn that I sent her. That's Premier Basics Mosaic, I think, and that I sent her. And she made her husband a poncho or a mancho out of this yarn, and it just is so meaningful. And because it's like she used all of the yarns that she's used kind of since we've known each other. So it's I feel like in that way it is just really special. I mean, it's special in so many ways, but I just love it. I wanted to show you guys. It deserves the time in the spotlight here because what an incredible gift. Very thoughtful. I mean, her whole box was incredibly generous and incredibly thoughtful, and I had a lot of fun opening it with you on the phone, Antoinette, so thank you so much. And that is it for the video today, you guys. Oh, let me show you what I have on my bobbin right now really quick. There is a girl, her business name is TerraFibres, and I order from her through Etsy. She dyes fiber and yarn, and she is incredibly good at it. And one of the things I love about her dyeing is how saturated and bright it is. And so I have been kind of chatting with her back and forth for a little while, and I had asked her, I'm like, could you maybe put these colors together? And so she created, oh shoot, let me see. I got 2 braids, so let me show you one of the braids and then I'll show you with it on the bobbin. Sorry, just a second. Oh no, where is it? Sorry, I thought I had it right. Oh, here it is, here it is. Awesome. I was like, maybe I won't be able to show you. And she uses a 19.5 micron merino base, which I love. Look at this beauty. When I look at it, the first thing that pops in my mind is Birds of Paradise. I don't know why, but look at, I mean, her pinks are just incredible. And I feel like the green looks, well, it looks more green, but it's definitely like teal. But oh my goodness, she just does such an incredible job. I can't get enough of her super bright fibers. She did, I had one of the fibers I'd gotten from her that I spun was this beautiful, I sent one to Crystal, and I have a braid that I'm sending to Bridget as well, because they both are big fans of like grays and pinks and stuff. But oh, it's just amazing. But here it is. So I undid the braid, split it down the middle, and half of it I spun just the way it was, and that's this first bobbin. And then I take the other half and I break that half down into thirds, and then I spin each one of those thirds so it makes shorter color changes, and then I'll ply them together so that, you know, the colors meet, you know, the pinks meet up with the green, the colors meet up with each other differently. So that's a fractal spin, at least a double ply fractal spin. So anyway, I've got that on my bobbin, but then I also, like I said earlier, I had started that other superwash merino just because I wanted to see if it was a mistake or if I was now enjoying spinning superwash, and so I'm kind of obsessed with spinning that right now too. So I've got a couple yarns going on, and the faux cashmere, which is kind of in timeout right now, but I'll get back to it. So anyway, it's been a while, so I feel like I'm rambling. Thank you guys so much. Thank you everyone who's reached out and just shown your support and love and condolences for my losing my Speedy and Gracie. It is a lot to get used to, being in a house with 3 cats and then going to 1, especially the last 6 years. It's been so hands-on, pretty much 24/7 with health issues and stuff. So they've pretty much, they're my routine. They've been my life, and it's like, what do I do now? So I am so happy to have crocheting and spinning to keep me busy. So anyway, thank you guys, and I hope that you come back for the next video. And yeah, I feel like I'm forgetting something, so I'm kind of stalling here, but I think I've shared everything, and if not, I will share it in the next video. I will see you guys soon, hopefully. Please say hi in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys are all doing and what you think of everything that I showed. And if you have any yarn recommendations, I've really been into textured yarns lately. Like, well, I love the Karen cakes, but also like boucle yarn even. I don't know, if you have any favorites, let me know. And let me know what colors you would like to see in a hand spun yarn. I'm always looking for different color inspos. So yeah, all right guys, thanks so much for sticking around, and I'll see you later. Bye.